All right, prepper thrift store haul. I guess what I'm gonna call it. There's some things in here that aren't really for prepping, but I mean it could be some good finds. One thing is, and whenever I see these, I had the mindset to buy them whenever I see them. I found two today. Okay, these canteens that are they're double walled, black, and they got a metal screw top. It's got like a rubber gasket type thing in there. This one has a different top. That's kind of neat actually. Still has the rubber gasket, but they're double wall. Now I like these. I've found a passion for these. A newfound passion recently. I mean, I bought one a long time ago. I think like at a Starbucks or Target or something, because I just thought it looked cool. The black and the silver, like it looked really neat. I don't know if classy is a word, but it was neat. And basically, my old one got beat up. Started, and actually, I'm not sure how beat up this was when I got it. I don't think it was this beat up. My son washed it for me, and I think he said he had some trouble getting the sticker off. So I don't know how much of that was from that, and I think there were some scratches on it before, so I'm not sure. But this one was fairly good. I know one was like fairly good condition, and the other one was a little scratched, but that I don't remember that scratch. But it might just look different now. It's clean. Now these were super dirty when I found them, but like I said, I could just clean them up. My son actually helped me out with that. Thankfully, he does help out a lot around the house. So, my newfound passion for these was found when I took this, because I always had it like for, a bottle to take to work, to have water, and recently they've become even more handy, because at work, and then like if I go to a university, just sit down and look, do stuff on a computer or something. Either I got work stuff or I haven't done too much YouTube stuff out there, but sometimes I like go to university to sit down. There's a lot of places to sit down. So nice tip if you're busy with computer work. But there at the universities and at my work school, at the work place I work at, they have those new water fountains where you just put the bottle under it, and it even has a counter on how many bottles it saves, plastic bottles, from being in the landfill. So it's coming a lot more in handy. Just lately I have to go back to water bottles, because if it's sitting in the sink to be washed, but I usually rarely wash it when I have it. And this is not my original one. My original one's getting beat up. It fell out of my bag a couple times, so I don't have it with me. It's in the room, but it got a lot of dings here. This one has a little bit of a ding, but it had a lot of dings here, major dings. Like the other one I had major dings all over the place. Like it looked like it was smashed in, because it dropped out of my bag when I started using a bag that had a shallow side pocket for the water bottles. But anyways, back to my newfound passion for it was when, so I was using it for that. And let me skip to the part I'm trying to make, is that I took it camping, and someone even bought me these pouches. I don't know if you see my other videos, but there's pouches that they're like molly pouches. They attach to the waist padding on my Savada bag. I don't know what channel I'm gonna post this video to. So if this is not gonna be the channel where I have my Savada bag, you can try searching for that. But anyways, so I took these, hiking, and I have two. I have one that's smaller. I think it's like a 16 ounce, and I have one that's like a 20 ounce. These, I think, let me see. I think these might be the 20 ounces. I'm not too sure. Oh, does it say on there? No, wait, this is Mainstay, so this is actually a Walmart brand. 17 ounce. It's a 17 ounce. So I guess they sold this at Walmart one time. Now, the caps I kind of got mixed up. I don't know if this is the Walmart cap or that one. But anyways, when I saw them at the thrift store, they were like, how do I say this? There was water in there for who knows how long, and it was moldy. It smells okay now. I could have swore I saw mold, but it could have been a shadow, because when my son cleaned it, because I actually felt a little overwhelmed to even deal with it, and I asked my son to help me, and he thankfully did it. He's a good helper. And but he said there was nothing in there, and I looked at it and I thought for sure, I asked him, is the mold hard to take out? But I mean, it's super clean now. He said there was no mold, so maybe it was just a shadow I saw at the store. But there was some water, and I didn't boil them or anything. I didn't even have to put bleach. You might want to. I might want to later, but I mean, I did wash it, with like Dawn soap and stuff. So these are great for hiking. You can buy special pouches for them and put it on a molly bag. So I never pass up opportunity for those. The only thing is, and they're double walled, so it's not going to get hot or cold very easily. Or in my area, I'm worried about it getting hot. My experience has been those old army canteens from like Korea, World War II. They keep water cold no matter what temperature is outside. They keep water cold, and I don't know if it's the little pouches in or what. And that's without watering it down. 'Cause I know some of the newer pouches, the plastic ones, you have to water down the wool lining inside to keep it cool. I just learned that recently. That's a little tip. But the army canteens and the carrier is usually not very thick or insulated. So I found that those army canteens, like the old ones from Korea, World War II, stuff like that, I don't know if they're steel or aluminum, but they keep the water cold no matter how hot it is outside. Now, I recently been using it. Maybe it's the steel, because I know for a fact I had some like water bottles with the little tops like this that are metal, but they're single walled, not double walled. And the regular ones like that, they get hot quick. And I'm pretty sure those are aluminum. I'm 100%. The ones I'm talking about now, the more modern ones, the single wall ones, those are aluminum. And they do get hot if you take it out hiking or something. These, though, your water will be fine. Okay, so enough with that. Sorry, I think I spent quite a bit. You can go. Maybe I should have warned people to go forward. Well, I did find this too, a shmag. I think that's what they call it, right? It was like $5 at the thrift store. Now, these I haven't seen anymore lately. I mean, these are really popular when guys are in Afghanistan, stuff like that, right? I guess they, I don't know why. They were really popular with the, the tactical world, stuff like that. But I did want to do some airsofting at some point in my life. And I know that's a good thing to cover up with if you're going to airsoft. I did find this. I think this is a nice find. Now, when you're at the thrift store, this is my suggestion. Always check the bandanas, because you can find some weird, strange camouflages. I found some bandanas with that, World War II duck hunter type, the frog skin. It's called, not duck hunter. Duck hunter is the civilian version, but it's like a World War II. I'm not sure what it was, if it was civilian or regular military. But I mean, it didn't feel like it was a military bandana, but it was that frog skin with the little circles. And at first I bought it I was just kind of like, And then when I started using it, I felt like it really broke up my outline on my head amazingly. That is my favorite camouflage, frog skin, okay? Some people call it duck hunter when, after World War II when it was popular with the hunters. But anyways, I always check out the bandana section. Always check out the bandana section. You can find some cool camos that maybe were sold in the past that aren't in stores now, stuff like that, or were sold in other areas. That's what I like about thrift stores. You can find stuff from different time periods, different regions, stuff like that, and then you get all this mixed match of stuff. Now, I went there thinking I got everything I need, right? But I mean, so it's usually always like that. You always find what you didn't realize you needed. Now, that's not the sticker from. Actually, I guess this is brand new. I didn't realize that. This is the sticker from the store before the thrift store. So this is $1.99. I got it at the thrift store for 99 cents. Okay, so this means this was never used. A black bandana. Now, I bought I think those are rare. I have not seen just a solid black bandana. I like that. I believe those are rare, though. Because the only time I bought one the only time I seen one was in an old tactical magazine, like what would you call that? Like a police tactical magazine. It was called U.S. Cavalry. Comment below if you remember this, if you're old enough to remember U.S. Cavalry, because it ain't there no more. I mean, at least the last time I checked, a couple years back, I thought about it. I said, hey, whatever happened to U.S. Cavalry? I was thinking about that, and I thought, oh, they must have a website, right? And I went there, and There's no website. No such thing. When I searched for it, it's like it never existed, which is strange. So, I saw they had this, like, I guess geared to like SWAT guys or something, like have a black bandana. Now, I find it's rare. I don't see black bandanas. You can find bandanas in my area, and you know what? I never really looked online. Well, anywhere online, my area. I look around. I look around bandanas because I want the neat camouflages, different camouflages. It's like you can never have too many in different kinds of bandanas, camouflages. I always carry a bandana in my back pocket, in addition to a handkerchief. My father taught me to have a handkerchief all the time. A man always carries a handkerchief. And I realized over time that a bandana is an added supplement. So I've taught my son to be carrying both a handkerchief and a bandana, because you might find yourself all of a sudden doing something in the hot sun, in the heat. And this just is a game changer. You put a bandana on. Now I know a lot of people use it like an accoutrement, like an accessory just to look cool or something. I'm not. I'm more of a utilitarian. Now, I actually tried it out because I once saw, a newscast, and there's these guys that were in Syria. They're probably on the other side, right? I don't want to talk about that, but they're probably on a side we're not on, right? But these guys were in the desert, and they were. I don't remember what side we were. Maybe they were on our side, but it was stuff that wasn't even involving us, right? But on the newscast, these guys were wearing bandanas, and they're in the desert. And I was thinking, man, if anybody knows how to handle themselves in the desert, it's probably, in the heat, right? If anybody knows how to handle themselves in the heat, it's got to be those guys, right? So I just tried one on one day, because before I used to always think like it was just like an accessory, accoutrement that, that's the right word, I think, right? But I know, that people put to try to look tough or something. But first of all, I always stick with the camo, because it's utilitarian, it's functional. You don't want to be seen. You can break up your outline. You want to be seen. You can make yourself obvious, right? But it's functional. I don't like those ones that, I know some people might consider them Western, but in my area, it's like a thug rag. It's like that's what gangs stick in their back pocket, hanging out to signify their color of gang. But solid colors, I love bandanas in solid colors. I had a white one too somewhere, I think. Now I had one, but it had like a school football team, like a college football team on it, written some on there. But it was kind of worn out, and I think that looks awesome too. Just having a white bandana on your head. Now that's only exception to being camouflage or camel colored that I take is maybe white, because white keeps heat off your head. Makes me think of maybe being in Egypt or something. like I picture those guys with those safari hats, like wearing a bandana under that. Like, anyways, then I found this. Now this is a $3.99. Okay, I know this might not be considered like a prepping thing, but look at that, an action cam hat, or I don't know what that is. Action play hat. It's just action hat. Yeah, that's the old, right, for an action hat. Okay, that looks like the harness. The attachment on the harnesses I bought recently. Like right now, I have both my hands out because I bought a harness from Amazon, where I can hook up my phone. So technically, you can hook up a camera here, GoPro, phone, anything. You can just have the right attachments. So it's a camera holder hat. I just thought that was neat because I bought a whole set of things. I got a headband with it where it goes on your head. I got the chest rigs. I got the ones that clip on your backpack. But I never saw that on Amazon. I never came across it, but once I started searching, I was like, hey, I didn't know it existed. Yeah, I saw it on there. But that could be a prepping item too. What if you want to do some reconnaissance, right? I don't know. If you're in SHTF, right? Now, last part of my haul, I found this. I plan to put this on my wall so I can put my hats. Okay. You might think, it's not a prepping item, right? I don't know. But hats are, right? I got plenty of those boonie hats. And I got to put them somewhere, right? And it'd be nice to have a little extra space because right now I got to work on a system for that. But I figure I could put this in my interest of my house, my room, and put some. Well, actually, this is more. I think this might be more geared toward hats, right? To caps instead of hats. I'm not too sure, but I know I've been just like I repurposed some like key hooks on an area, on a little thing I have in my mudroom, and I don't know, maybe this will work out. So I guess these last two things are prepping related, right? You always got to have a hat, cap, okay, for EDC, right? We can call it that, EDC. All right, so great finds. I would suggest trying those out. You go out camping, hiking, especially hiking, you know, keep your water cool because it's double walled. Now, if you're worried about weight, I don't know. Haven't figured out how much more weight you're adding and have a double wall. I guess if you have a double wall, it's like having double weight, I would assume, right? But you know, this is my thrift store haul, right? Let me snap a screenshot. Let me get that bag out of the way. Let's see. You guys can stay for the screenshots. Screenshot. There. All right. Great find. Great find, the bandana. Those are great. These are bonuses. Okay. But like I said, you don't see those no more. I don't see those no more. The Shmogs. I don't know why they fell out of style. I don't know. But actually, though, too, this one's a good quality one. I bought one a long time ago, and it was like very thin. It was like a cheesecloth. This one's a lot better. Okay. But always check the bandana section. Check some canteens. When you're at the thrift stores. That's my tip. All right, signing out. I just took off the tag and opened up the Shmog. I think it's called, right? Shmog. I looked that up in a while. And I guess if you're airsofting, it's an added bonus, right?